Mistake number 1. Securing the bicycle with a simple chain lock. If you look at the different types of bicycle locks, chain locks make a good impression at first sight. They are heavy, look massive, and usually have a textile coating as additional protection. Therefore, many people use chain locks to secure their bikes in the best possible way. But attention, appearances are deceptive. The methods used by thieves are becoming more and more aggressive, and for many thieves, the Aku Flex is already part of the basic equipment. With such a tool, even chain locks can be opened in only a few seconds. In addition, the textile wrapping intended to protect against such methods of breaking open is inadequately applied even by brand manufacturers and can even be removed with the bare hand. So when you buy chain locks, you should make sure to choose models where the chain links are made of hardened steel on the one hand, so the thief has to work on the lock for much longer before he can cut the chain. And on the other hand, the chain should be protected with a cut-resistant textile cover. Mistake number 2. Using a U-lock without lock-picking protection. Basically, a U-lock is a good choice to secure your bike. The shackle is made of hardened metal and is therefore difficult to open with a bolt cutter or sawing tools. However, a completely different danger is waiting here, the so-called lock picking. With this method, the thieves do not destroy the lock, but crack the lock cylinder using special tools. If these tools are inserted at a right angle into the lock, inserted so that the original key can be imitated and thus the lock can be opened. Even though this procedure requires some practice and a certain amount of skill, more and more locks, especially those which are very robust in themselves, are being broken in this way. Some manufacturers have already recognized this problem and have therefore developed shackle locks with lock-picking protection. These models make it impossible to insert lock-picking tools into the lock, making it very difficult for thieves to open the lock. Mistake number 3. Using cheap bicycle locks. Cheap bicycle locks are enticing. Not only are the purchase costs low, but they are also usually very light and space-saving, making them the ideal bicycle lock for everyday use. Unfortunately, the consequences of such a purchase design are fatal. Many of the cheap locks can be opened in under 20 seconds with the simplest of tools, such as a side cutter. Thieves have become so sophisticated in their methods of breaking such locks that they can open them in a flash, and outsiders don't even notice the theft. The use of cheap locks should therefore be avoided in any case, no matter how practical or price-worthy they are. Mistake number 4. Installing conspicuous GPS trackers. As you may have noticed, bicycle locks are not the only security for a bicycle. It is usually only a question of the right tool and the time spent to pick a lock. For this reason, many experts recommend the use of bicycle GPS trackers. These devices are mounted on the bicycle and provide you with the current position of the bicycle at any time via a smartphone app. In the case of theft, the bike can be easily found again, or the position of the bike can be forwarded to the authorities for prosecution. But caution is required here as well. Many of these GPS trackers are disguised as bicycle accessories, like, for example, as a bicycle LED taillight. This circumstance is of course also known by the thieves, so that many thieves who steal a bicycle first have to check it for exactly such tracking devices. If the devices are not optimally camouflaged, for example, if they have a conspicuous design or if the parts of the electronics are visible, the thieves will simply remove them before the bicycle is stolen. Thus, any protection of the bike is gone. Mistake number 5. GPS tracker with low battery life. The use of bicycle GPS trackers is generally the right tactic, only these offer you the possibility to track your bicycle in case of theft. If you have overcome the first hurdle and have installed a tracker that is not detected by the thieves, the next hurdle is waiting for you. Many bicycle GPS trackers have a very small design due to their camouflage, and therefore only a very small battery installed. If this battery is not charged regularly, there is a risk that in an emergency, the battery of the tracker will fail and the current position of the bike can no longer be transmitted. If this happens, the bike is lost. That's the way to do it. As you can see, it is anything but easy to protect your bike and especially your e-bikes effectively against theft. Locks offer insufficient security, and no matter how robust they seem to be, they can always be cracked. In case of doubt, and with bicycle GPS trackers, the reliability often leaves a lot to be desired. So what can you do to effectively secure your bike in case of an emergency? During our research, we became aware of one device in particular that has already emerged as the test winner in numerous independent tests: the SwissTrack Bicycle GPS Tracker. The special characteristics of this device are its optimal camouflage and its enormous battery life. The SwissTrack GPS tracker is installed inside the bicycle frame and can therefore not be detected or uncovered by thieves. In addition, it is supplied with a rechargeable battery, which allows a battery life of up to 6 months on one charge. Therefore, the battery only needs to be charged once per season to enable reliable tracking of your bike at any time. During the mounting of the SwissTrack, it becomes clear why this tracker provides the extra measure of security. First, the saddle of the bicycle is removed. Then the battery of the tracker is lowered into the bicycle frame and a connection cable is attached to the battery. Finally, the tracker itself is connected to the battery and then lowered into the bike frame. As soon as the saddle is finally mounted again, nothing on the bike indicates a tracker. Thanks to the special high-performance GSM antenna technology built into the SwissTrack, it can reliably deliver its position from any location despite the surrounding metal frame. With the help of a supplied iOS and Android app, as well as a tracking portal, the bike's current position can be monitored in real time.